I'm not still riding a Honda Silverwing. Oh, welcome. It's your boy, Mr. G. And I'm on the road to freedom. Because how you get there is the whole point of the journey for me. I'm going to take a little ride this morning. It's one of the nicer mornings this summer. Got a half tank of fuel. And I thought I'd talk to you guys about some new stuff. When I do the Essential G Road to Freedom stuff, it's basically just a moto vlog. I'm vlogging while being motorized. And I thought I'd start a new series because something peculiar to me, and that is all of the different vehicles I've had since I got back into being on a motorcycle, being on two wheels. And I'll start with where I started when I got back in, which was the Honda Silverwing scooter. I was looking for some kind of meaning, I suppose. And I started looking online for $5,000. How could I get a motorcycle, all the gear I needed, tax tags, registration, everything paid for, and still get something that wasn't going to fall apart on me? My mechanical inclinations are limited to maintenance, basically. And I had it down to two bikes, and finally I chose this Honda Silverwing. The guy delivered it to my house. I don't know, I got it, let's say, for $4,000 and had the rest left over to pay for all the extras, and it all worked out. I did it all for $5,000, so that was cool. And the guy was great, and I bought it because I had been in communication with the guy. And what had happened was, over the years, as him and his father liked to ride long distance from Jersey to Florida on motorcycles together. As his father got older, he switched to something smaller, and they would ride this Silverwing. And I think the guy was like on a full-size Goldwing. And if you remember back then, if you remember like 10 years ago, the Goldwing was the largest, most mammoth thing you could be on. His father didn't want to be on that anymore, so he got the Silverwing. And apparently, over time, his father had some health issues and couldn't ride anymore. And in fact, he couldn't do much of anything anymore. And looking at the Silverwing in the garage kind of upset the father, so he wanted it out of the garage. So he sold it to me. It was a blast and a great way to start. And I had these dreams that I was going to do what they did. Why? Because you could go two up. It had the look at this big Harley taking a nice turn. It had pegs for the rear passenger. It had a thick pillion seat. And then, because of where the engine was placed, you could open the seat and it was all storage. So you didn't need luggage bags. You could stuff two bags down in there. And I wanted to do it. Let's go long distance. Got my girl on there eventually with me, and I think she thought I was crazy, but she would get on the back of that thing with me and ride everywhere. And things were going well until I started having some problems with it. The first problem I had with it, it was like a 625-pound motorcycle with no tank in between your knees. So if you tilted the bars even a little bit, you just drop the damn thing. And it wasn't fun picking back up. And I even dropped it once with my girl on the back of it at a stoplight with a giant pickup truck behind us, full of young kids that were just laughing their rear ends off. So that was awesome. When I dropped it, my wife did this like Spider-Man move where as it started to drop, she jumped into the air. The bike dropped below her and she just like, as she fell, straddled the bike and landed on her feet and just stood there looking at me like, what's wrong with you? So we were just kind of laughing because that athleticism is not a part of my wife's repertoire. So we're both just kind of astounded that happened. But I didn't enjoy dropping the bike. And then I took the bike on a couple of day trips with my wife. And we went to New Hope, Pennsylvania. We went over this braided bridge, real small bridge, cool idea. This will be like real scenic. Let's go over this, get into town. And there was no steering dampener on the front. And the front wheel just started going everywhere. Just all over the place. So that was like a strike 2. Now, before I say strike 3 and why I got rid of it and what I got next, I have to say this for Honda. The reliability of that scooter, even used, was amazing. It was given to me in almost mint condition. And no matter how many times I dropped that stupid thing, I stood it back up and it started up and it went. It was also deceivingly fast. Like, sports cars would pull up next to me at a light and laugh and gun their car and then be frustrated at the next light when I was right next to them. So I did have, a lot of fun riding it. And it was super reliable. But then the strike 3 happened. A woman at work at the time, and she wasn't being mean-spirited, but whenever she would see me, she'd pass by me and say, I'm a teacher, by the way. She would say, the kids are obsessed with your new scooter. They love it. The kids, they love it. Your scooter, oh my goodness, all they talk about. Your scooter, Mr. G, scooter. I could not stand it. And one day, I just said to myself, I hear scooter again and this bike is gone. Now, I wouldn't see this woman frequently, so I guess a part of me thought I was safe. And sure enough, scooter, the kids love it. I love the color of your scooter. It's so scootery. I love how you just scoot. And then the maintenance man that day, by the way, for fun, great guy, a long time Harley long distance rider, he decided to nickname me Scooter. And that was it. I was done. I went to a Yamaha